Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the House of Common show. Me and my friends, we're so glad that you've come to join us. We have O'Shea, we have Calvin, we have Kareem, we have Jonesy, we have Adam, who plays basketball, by the way. He was born with a basketball in his hand, could have gone pro, but then chose not to. He was that good. Timothy, Jason, Bart, and Stefan. And the question of the day is, who is the greatest R&B singer of all time, female? We have this game that we're going to play called One's Gotta Go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring to the house my brothers. I'm going to bring them 4 names of female R&B singers. We are fans of R&B, gospel music, that sort of. Well, except for Calvin. Calvin's not a fan of gospel music. That's a whole other segment. We're going to talk through this sort of thing. But before we start the segment, remember to like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. You can do that by searching the House of Common show. Like every video, subscribe to the channel, and if you love podcasts, make sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review. Gentlemen, the 4 names are Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, and Janet Jackson.
There you go.
Those are 4 names. We are going to use them as the queens of R&B. Now we recognize that there are other names: Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker. We recognize Yolanda Adams. We recognize Shaka Khan. I feel for you. We recognize that there are other names, but these are the 4 names that we are going to use. We are going to be looking at it based on pure vocal talent, iconic performances, hits upon hits upon hits, album, upstaging ability. We're going to be looking at the hand gestures, the diva hand gestures. Do they put that stank on it? And how much drama do they have? Out of those 4 names, if you were only able to keep 3 of them, meaning one's got to go, you got to drop one, who are the 3 that you are keeping, and who's that one that you're dropping? I am going to start with the young buck himself, O'Shea. O'Shea, who are you keeping, and who's the one that's got to go?
I'm dropping Mariah Carey.
And what's your reasoning for dropping Mariah Carey, my man?
I think, she got great hits and stuff like that, but when you look at longevity, her great voice hasn't been able to be projected over a long time. I'm going to say it. That New Year's performance.
Tell us how you really feel. You bounce back, though, man. She's
twins, right?
Just walk down.
What does the twins have to do with anything?
It's the twins, man.
The hormones.
There you go. Kyle got me.
If it's the twins, then, man, she wasn't able to weather the storm of this thing called age.
Off the top, we're going to have some bad reviews.
I know. We're totally going there. No.
All right, so, Calvin.
We might have to stop recording so late at night.
Who are your 3? Which ones gotta go?
I'm just saying.
No.
Only one who has to go. I'm starting with who has to go.
All right.
And I'm saying Beyonce knows. And here's my reason.
Wow.
She's not even the best Knowles. I picked Solange over Beyonce 10 times out of 10. Also, she wasn't even the best in Destiny's Child. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
So you're keeping Mariah Carey. You're
keeping Mariah.
You're keeping Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston, greatest performance ever.
All right.
And Janet Jackson.
Reem, who you got? Who's the one that's gotta go?
I'm with Young Buck. I gotta say Mariah has to go, and the reason why I say she has to go is, she started off really, really well, but the way she's ended off hasn't been the greatest. Whereas the others, you could say that, somebody's probably gonna make the argument that Whitney didn't finish off really strong either, but Whitney's that much better than the rest of them in the first place. Whitney, in my opinion, out of this all 4 of them, Whitney's top.
That's not the question.
I know that's not the question, but what I'm saying, because when she was great, how great she was, you can look past kind of the stuff that happened at the end. But Mariah, I just can't. Like before, the drugs. I don't want to talk whatever. But yeah, but Beyonce, Whitney, and Janet stay. Mariah's gotta go.
Jonesy, which one of these ladies has gotta go?
All right, I'm going to bring a shocker here. I think Janet needs to go.
Yes!
I'm going with Janet.
Okay, so why Janet?
You look at everyone in their prime. and you look at Janet, and she probably had the lowest career out of all of them in their prime. And, you know, you think of the hits, you think of the albums, you think of all that stuff. When you think of them in their prime, forget about druggy Whitney, druggy Mariah, or whatever Mariah, you know, crazy Beyonce, and whatever. Janet did have some good. I'm not saying that she didn't, but I'm saying when you look at them in their prime and the popularity they had, Janet was not at the same level when they hit their prime. So I would have to say Janet.
Hosky, who?
Michael's sister is gone. Michael's sister.
That's disrespectful.
Adios.
Disrespectful.
You didn't even say the name. Say her name.
He didn't even let him
Say her
ask him the question.
Man under the purple light talking wild spicy.
Let me explain. First of all, the lights in the background is depth of field. Anyway, Janet.
Wow.
Whitney is the best, though. Whitney's number one.
Janet number one.
Janet Jackson, at the end of her career, okay, had to whip out her boob to get some.
Do that, man. She didn't do that. She paid a white boy to do that. Come on now.
Oh no, Justin Timberlake did that.
Okay, all right. You're telling me that wardrobe malfunction was a. Nah, she's been out of the headlines for too long.
She
sorry, you're mad talented, you're great, but in this, yo, this is another level, man.
Yo, we killed Andrew. We killed
Yo,
I'm done. I think I'm done. Wow.
Yo, it's too late.
Who's doing ASMR right now?
Stefan is.
Adam, keep going. Give your reason.
Sorry, bro. I don't need to.
Sorry, Michael's sister.
All right. So, Timothy, you got Mariah, you got Whitney, you got Janet, you got Beyonce. Who's gotta go?
Janet. That is it. It's like when this is a personal choice for me. It's like as I was looking through those lists, my life is not any different if Janet Jackson ceases to exist.
But Mariah changed his life so bad.
What's going on in your life when Lemonade came out?
Listen, Mariah had a vision of love, and it was all that was given to her.
This guy's treating Janet Jackson like Jermaine Jackson.
No. But it's like.
Oh my goodness! Like Tito.
I'm gonna just jump in and just say this about Mariah real quick, Tim.
To you.
Okay, Mariah Carey makes more than our combined salaries off of her one song. All I Want for Christmas. She in a year, she makes more than our combined salaries off of that one song.
All I Want is it's a banger still.
No, and it's like that's one of those things though. It's like no Mariah, we have no Christmas album.
Christmas.
It's like
Yo, we got Michael Bubble. What are you talking about?
Don't make candidates.
Hey,
We got Outkast.
Wait, for Christmas we got Bublé.
We got Chris Brown.
So Tim, what did Beyonce do for you? How did she change your life?
Like
Tell
to be
us about
fair,
Lemonade.
Beyonce didn't do anything to change my life, but it's the fact that she has been able to slip under the radar. She's been good enough to in my life.
Okay, can we all agree that Whitney is number one? Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. That's
No
what
argument.
happened. Except for Chase.
So,
Chase might agree.
I just want to know whose radar did she slip under? Yours or everybody's?
It's like mine. Like Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce itself. It's one of those things. Like I remember when Lemonade dropped, and I was at work, and everyone's like, "Yo, Lemonade!" It's like, "Yo, have you listened to that?" And it was one of those things. That
It was like, why?
I'm like,
I like Lemonade.
All right.
I like Pear Jacks.
All right, Bart, who do you have?
Okay, I have a confession to make, and then I have the reveal at the end. The confession is I've never listened or heard an entire Beyonce album in my life. So
Same.
as much as I want to say,
Same here.
as much as I want to say Beyonce is the one who I would kick out, like that's the one who's gotta go. The correct answer, I use that word intentionally because there is a right and a wrong answer, is Janet Jackson.
Adios, Michael's sister.
Why Janet?
Yeah, Bart, why Janet? Why not Mariah? Why not Mariah?
It's the era that I grew up in. So the era dictates how well I enjoyed the music, what was popping at that time. Mariah was bumping at my time,
Or
late 90s.
how much you enjoyed the music videos. Don't lie, Bart.
Yo, honey, are you crazy?
You just said that.
Honey.
You just
Yeah.
went there. You just went there.
Of course I went there. Bro, when she
see
came
no
back, we were
lies.
in high school, man.
I see no life, man.
Here's
I
the
see no
truth.
life.
Here's the truth, okay? There's only two of them that have gone deep into church culture in terms of Mariah, and this is why I would pick Janet to go instead of Mariah, because Mariah actually, do any of you guys remember singing "When You Believe" in like
Yeah.
churches and stuff?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that was a
yeah.
Sunday
I
morning.
sang When You Believe a
That
couple
was
days
crazy.
ago.
That was crazy.
That's what
There
I'm-
will be
Cool.
miracles.
Her and Whitney singing that? Oh
What?
my goodness.
Which
Oh
one
come
were
on.
you?
my
Were you
goodness.
Whitney or were you Mariah?
Janet could never. Janet
Janet
could
could
never.
And
All
then when
right.
Whitney sang the national anthem, oh my goodness.
Okay, let's relax. Okay, yeah,
Janet
you're
could never.
you're a
Go.
stan.
Where's the
You're a stan.
shrine? Andrew, I want you to turn your
All
camera
right,
to the
so
shrine,
Jason.
bro.
To the left, to the left.
Cool.
Jason,
So,
who do you have?
all right.
White tore it
So,
down.
so look, I'm gonna tell you guys. So I'll save my choice. So I'll just break it down for you. Okay. All right. Mariah, and just like what Bart was saying, our era, she was banging. As far as the music was great. Her voice was amazing. Shows, Christmas, whatever, great. So she stays on my list. Now, okay, Beyonce. Now I'm like, hey, I haven't listened to that much. I listened to it maybe around 2000. Listened to a whole lot of that, Destiny Child, whatever. So yeah, I mean, Beyonce's been big for what, last 10 years. Boom. Okay. So next, now we got Whitney. Whitney, the queen in
Tread
Newark,
lightly,
Brick
my
City. Right. The amazing voice, Super Bowl. I mean, you gotta keep Whitney. And it doesn't matter how long. I mean, even before she was gone, she was sloping down, skiing down the slopes. But she was still hitting the notes. So
Hitting the booger sugar.
We can't laugh at Whitney. We can't laugh at Whitney, guys.
Continue.
okay, all right,
You
okay.
can't
So
hail her and laugh at her.
Right. We can't do that, guys.
Bart,
You're laughing
She was
at
pain,
Jason.
man.
So Bart,
She had
just
pain, bro.
edit that part out. Just edit that and then keep it going.
No, we gotta keep that.
No, we gotta keep it.
Can't.
The authenticity.
you get it.
We
you
cannot
get it.
be two
Adam
black
saying,
men
you have
laughing
Adam
at
saying
addicts.
booger.
Whitney, Janet. Now, Janet has to go. Janet, limited. What she put on, just limited. I mean, like, it's cool, but yeah.
Yo, Jason, keep it together, buddy.
Yo,
I'm
Jones.
sorry, man.
Jones.
Janet don't got that range, bro.
All right, Stefan.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Let me finish it. Finish it. All right, so
We can't post this.
Yo, Jones. Jones, get it together. You're the ones making me laugh right now, Jones.
Yo, this guy, Jonesy's been on one all night. He ain't saying much either.
All right, Jason.
So Janet, man, Janet was just okay. I mean, her hair was short. I mean, she could dance and everything. So Janet is out because guess why? Because that's the way love goes.
Hey.
Let's go.
So,
Stefan, go.
Stefan, we have four choices. We have Mariah Carey, we have Whitney Houston, we have Janet Jackson, we have Beyonce. Who's got to go?
The one that's got to go is got to be Janet. Look at her career, and while she had some hits, after a while, Janet sort of fizzled out. Her bubble busted in the early 2000s, and we haven't seen her since. Now she's trying this comeback tour now, and we'll see. But I think, and listen, I think when we this question is unfair because Whitney and Janet belong in the same. Janet and Beyonce don't belong in the same conversation as Whitney and Mariah.
That's
Sorry, I think those two, Whitney and Mariah, are more vocalists, where Janet and Beyonce are just more entertainers, more so to speak. Like you go to a
Entertainers.
Janet and Beyonce. You go to Janet and Beyonce concerts for the show. You go to Whitney and Mariah Carey to hear the voice.
That's
And
facts.
So I think
That's true. That's fair.
That's facts.
I think
You're right.
those. So we got to separate those two. But out of those four, Janet's got to go. Her career sort of stopped and started. And plus, would we really know Janet Jackson if Michael Jackson didn't get big?
Michael.
Oh,
Wow. All right. So I'll close this off by saying this. I'm gonna do like Jason did. I'm gonna break him down. One, I will agree with Andrew. I will put the crown upon Whitney's head. Whitney is, I mean,
You agree with all of us?
now the flip side to that, though, I will say is that Whitney was very corporate in her first few albums, and then she shifted really hard into R&B, and she lost that sort of corporate love. But the streets, the streets claimed her. The streets, the culture claimed her back. The culture booed her.
Did that happen when she
met?
met Bobby Brown, or
Yeah, that was
This is
fine.
but right around the same time. Like she got booed at the Soul Train Awards for being too corporate, for being too white, if you will. And then it was around
She went
her
and found herself a
My
bad boy.
Love, My Love Is Your Love album that is kind of shifted, and she claimed the streets back and that sort of thing, or I'm Your Baby Tonight, and so on and so forth. But she's the queen, vocally. Mariah Mariah is the diva out of all four of them. Mariah is the most of the diva. Like, she is the definition of a diva, who can do multiple octaves, 5 octaves, that sort of thing. But her career really took off when she got into hip hop. When she started doing remixes with Bad Boy, when she did the remix with Wyclef Jean, Old DB, and I will say this, I've said it before, We Belong Together is the perfect R&B song. There is no, in my mind, there is no greater R&B song. It is the perfect song, top to bottom, We Belong Together. And then it comes down to Beyonce.
the woman, or just in general? Because Brian McKnight back at one, boy. Whew. Sorry.
Facts.
Sorry.
Did
Talk
you
your
roll
talk,
away?
Stefan.
Pardon?
No, man. Okay, listen, that's not enough time. Not enough time. I said what I said. We Belong Together, best song ever. So it goes between the two of the entertainers, Janet or Beyonce. And for me, I've said it before. If Whitney is the queen, the heir apparent is Beyonce Knowles. You can hate and you can say that Solange is the better singer. Fine.
Facts.
You can say that Solange is the more iconic for the culture. Fine.
Facts.
But there is no bigger star in music right now than Beyonce Knowles. Why is
Until
that?
Lady Gaga comes back.
If any of you go and diss her on social media, the Bayhive will come for you and destroy your home. You'll be doxxed immediately. That's how great Beyonce is. Also, if any of you have seen the Homecoming live show, it is fantastic on Netflix. I recommend it. It is down for the culture that way. For me, listen, Velvet Rope by Janet Jackson is a fantastic album. She was a part of the New Jack Swing with the Control album, but she petered off. And then after the ripping of the shirts, she was never the same after that, and she's never been able to. And which is a shame because she's the worst singer out of them, but she's the most endearing out of all of them because of what she went through. That's my opinion. But if I gotta pick one, Janet Jackson, you're done. It's over for you. You're finished. Your career's over. It's done. Finished with. So that's
Hey,
that's what that is.
Sorry, what did you say? I missed that last line. She's the most what? Deering?
Endearing.
Endearing?
Because
Okay,
of what
sorry.
she went through, because of how her career fell apart. Whether that was her plan or not, she's never been able to recapture the magic that was before any of that happened. She was doing sellout tours, and now she can barely open up for the Palladium down in Whitby, Ontario. So with that being said, we have made our decision, and the decision is Beyonce is the greatest R&B singer of all time.
What
Thank
the
you so much
frick?
for watching the show.
No.
This has been.
No.
I even have a question for you.
This
Is it
has
how
been.
good she is, or
this
is it
has
how
been-
brainwashed her fans
This
are?
has been.
It could be
This
the
has
fans.
been.
There's no way.
This has
that-
been.
that
This has
she's
been the
greatest
House
R&B.
of
Like, I don't
Common
understand what
show.
Chase is saying.
Thanks for watching.
I'm not